All right. There we go. All right, everybody, what's happening? Let's see, check. All right, check. All right, then. That's good. All right. What's happening, everybody? What's happening? It is Monday. It is a day after Father's Day. So happy belated Father's Day to everybody out there. Certainly hope, excuse me, you all were able to have a good time. Yeah, I think I set this up for 2 o'clock, and I did have some stuff kind of pop off at the apartment. So went ahead and had to get something cleaned up real fast. So but got it done, and was able to go get some other stuff. So but yeah, so I apologize. I think I thought I put on Twitter I wouldn't start till 2:30, but if I did, that's on me. That's my bad. But it's Monday. It's the 18th. So hopefully everybody's having a good day. Hopefully you're not in a city like I'm in where it is sweltering outside. It is sweltering. So it was bad. It's bad. So but yeah. So I had that going on, and it's like 95 degrees here today. It's like 95 degrees. It is ridiculously hot. So in the world, that's not acting right. All right. So I have no idea why that's not acting right. All right. Well, what's going on out there, everybody? Hopefully everybody, like I said, had a good weekend. And we'll get to the topics here pretty quick. I want to start with because I see it's already a dead issue at this point, but you can see there. I'm going to start. Oh man, where do I start with? All right, let's start with Cyberpunk. Okay, so Cyberpunk was shown at E3 this past weekend, and I know what I want to start with. Days of play for the PlayStation. Today's the last day, folks. Today is the last day. So if you haven't gotten MLB The Show, if you haven't gotten your hands on Gran Turismo for $20, and if you have not played Horizon Zero Dawn, which, my God, how could you not? That was sorcery what Guerrilla Games did. You all, it is $20 for those games and tons of content. But of course, again, with Gran Turismo, they just updated it. You now have the Le Mans track for the 24-hour Le Mans track. Also, GT Sport did announce that through FIA, you can go ahead today, starting today, you can go ahead and get your licenses. So you all can actually go get your real racing licenses if you want. Again, GT Sport is the only game that I know of anyway that allows this. So that allows this. So I'm not saying, I don't know if Forza allows this or Project Cars or Drive Club, but this is the only racing game that is actually physical. You can go get your driver's license and then go drive on tracks, like real tracks. So yeah, the championship is today. So it's is it getting as much as Forza 5? I don't know how much Forza 5 had in it. So but this is just an announcement. They did it today. So I do know it's the game that's backed by a real racing club. And when you read from different people that actually physically drive cars, Halo Storm, they prefer GT Sport. That's just a fact. It's not argumentative at this point. So, but again, it's a much better driving game, racing game. So, but all right, but here we go. So I'll start with Cyberpunk because I'm going to see if I can pull this up here. So Cyberpunk was shown at E3 and 2018, and people got to play it. Shout out to Yang. Yeah, he got to play it at least for about 30 or 40 minutes is what he was. I think is what he said. So we're going to pull up because we were all told we didn't know what Cyberpunk was on. So, but Cyberpunk was allegedly running on at E3. It was running on a PC. So we now know that Cyberpunk will be on PC by CD Projekt Red, and it's a wow. I mean, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and give you these specs right now, and I'm gonna share them with you. And so, because this is why I say to people, when you watch E3, you need to have gameplay. It needs to be on your console, and or if you're watching the PC one, hopefully you have the same spec. But go ahead, Mr. Share my screen. Shout out to Porter Rock 77. All right, there we go. All right, so check out these specs. Now, I have no idea how this converts, but this is what we saw at E3 as far as the trailer and stuff like that. It was running, the CPU was an Intel i7 8700K with 3.70 GH and a little Z. Now, I don't know if the Xbox has that in there. I mean, I thought it had a Ryzen CPU, and I don't think Intel is Ryzen. So, okay, MB, Asus ROG. Oh, this is the motherboard. Okay, all right, I do know this. All right, the Z370i gaming. Okay, RAM, G-Skill Ripjaws. That sounds expensive as hell. V, G. All right, so the 5th series. All right. 16 gigabytes, 3000 megahertz, CL15. I do not know what CL means. Okay. It has a GTX 1080 Ti. Now, I don't know. Now, my understanding from people was that it had a Vega, like the Xbox allegedly has a Vega GPU in it. And I don't think the 1080 Ti is a Vega GPU, but that's what we got told, and it's going by that. It has a SSD Samsung 960 Pro 512 GB M.2. I have no idea what that means, and it has a 600-watt fan on it. So again, this is why you all need gameplay. I was on a podcast. Shout out to Ryan the Professional. Last night, and Carlos Fernandez. Also, shout out to Ash and Luca, and I can't remember the other person that came on there, but shout out to him too. This is why you need to have gameplay, because here's what we now know, confirm, is that this game was running on a PC. Okay, so when Microsoft showed this on their stage, it was running on, it's confirmed. All right, this is 3 hours ago. So I don't know if this is the minimum specs that we have here, or if this is what you're going to need to play the damn game. But I can say it is not going to look like this on the PlayStation or the Xbox. So that's just, you all better brace yourselves for that. And this is why I said to you, you need to have gameplay. This is why I said Sony won E3. Microsoft, but based on pure volume, showed the most stuff, but they showed none. They showed no gameplay for individual projects that they were working on. So, and that's just people like me, and then Jay Wags, shout out to Jay Wags, E3 looking for gameplay, and then looking for other things, and you don't get those big ass failures. Even Griffin Gaming, him and shout out to King's Blood Gaming, they said it. I think Griffin said it in his, and King's Blood, he just dropped a good one today. Go check that out. They didn't show you anything. You got these SIMPS running around talking about, oh, well, that was okay. Well, look, you saw video of a PC. So again, shout out. This is why I am moving into the PC realm, because that's the only way to get a game that looks like that. Now, I know, shout out to D-Bash, Jabba the Ha himself said, of course, I know my Xbox has a Ryzen CPU in there, but this i7, I have no idea. I mean, what the hell is that? So, but this is what you need to have in order to run the game. You saw on that screen and that trailer, it's not gonna look like that. You're getting it on the Xbox, it ain't gonna look like that. Okay, it's gonna. You need a PC to do this. All right. So now they're not the only ones that are reporting it. I think Polygon has reported this as well. Screen Rant is reporting the same thing. So this is coming from multiple sources. All right, and this is PCgaming.com or PCgamer.com. Again, I'm giving you all the sources that aren't part of this console war bullshit because the console war is over. It is over. But what we saw, and look, Microsoft does this a lot, and they all have done it before. They show you, remember the Division back in the day? That first cut we saw on the Xbox, that game looked fantastic. And then when you got it, it looked like garbage. Garbage. It just did, you know. So, and everybody's like, well, it was downgraded. It was downgraded. It's like, no, it's now running on a console, and it was running on a PC. This is why you cats need gameplay. This is why. This is a perfect example. All right. So don't get caught up with this. Oh, I mean, that's why I'm not okay. Look, you know what? If you thought there was a good E3, you got no gameplay. Hats off to you. Hats off to you. Okay, because see, we saw with Paris Games Week, and we saw with PSX, we saw no gameplay with the game Sony had. That's why it was that's why, and people got hyped up over CGI trailer. And so, but what was that always backed by? Hey, look, trailer looks good. It's CGI. We need gameplay. That's why Sony showed you gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima. That's why Sony shows you more gameplay of The Last of Us, because we hadn't seen it before. It is not difficult, as you all saw, to see a trailer. So, I mean, again, but we have no idea what this game is going to play like. None. And we won't until we get some kind of gameplay. So whether that's at Paris Games Week, whether that's at Gamescom, wherever, you know, whether CD Projekt Red has their own event set up, I mean, that's fine. But do not get caught up. This is why I tell you all, you gotta have when you watch E3, you need to have gameplay, or you just need to it takes a seat. It takes a seat. Period. That's it. Bottom line. Sorry. So let's move on. This has now been dealt with. We saw CD Projekt Red's new game. Congratulations. But we got no gameplay. And now we're finding out it was on a PC. Okay? All right. Let's move on. So, and again, some people don't care about that. Some people don't care about that. But again, you need an i7, which sounds expensive to me. You need something called Rip Jaws, which again sounds expensive. Something called a 1080 Ti, which that is expensive. I've seen that in the stores. This right here, the 600-watt thing, though, I'm gonna take my fan thing back here because I got a 700 one, and if I can run that game at 600 watts, I'm good. That actually saves me money, so I'm happy about that. So, but let us move on, as KRS-One used to say back in the day. So now that we've all got this is why I tell you all, make sure you see your gameplay. And not only that, make sure you find out if you're going to be on a console, make sure that it's on the console that you want to play on. So, but again, I'm looking at Forbes magazine. They ran it 20 hours ago. Cyberpunk 2077 E3 demo was a real build run on a high-end PC. All right. So why are we still talking about this? It's because it has to be talked about. All right. And people think I became the messiah of Xbox because I woke up and said, you know what? I'm going to call myself the messiah of Xbox. No, I'm the messiah of Xbox because they come to me for the truth. Okay. And so shout out to our 4 new acolytes here. We'll go ahead and name them here because we picked up 4 new subs. It is Wraith the Emperor, Wraith, not Rape, but Wraith or Wrath the Emperor. Kyle Shade 38, shout out. Andre Clay, shout out to Andre. And Mr. Miz 82. So shout out to the 4 new acolytes who have seen the light, who felt the warm, loving hand of the Messiah reaching down to tell the truth to them. And then them coming into the light of the church of the holy whoop ass. Because over here, it's going to be the truth, nothing but the truth, because why lie about it? You know, why lie about it and then have to play H1Z1 and have to deal with that free smoke or whatever the hell these kids are saying. So I'm trying to see if I am back to YouTube yet. So now that we have, so now that, you know, and so there was other games that were running there on a PC as well. So, but another game, so Spider-Man, because people thought that was running on a PC, that was actually running on a PlayStation Pro. That's been confirmed by Insomniac Games. There was a screenshot. Man, I can't. Yeah, Geico said this tech sounds high end. Yeah, I had no idea what this is and what this is going to cost. So I just know something called an i7, I assume is a higher grade than the i5, and I'm getting the i5 or Ryzen. So it is what it is. So that beat version of games, yeah, I agree. So, well, I don't know what they're scared. There's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, it's just that we now know that game was running on a PC. So, and it is what it is. What we saw running on a PC. All right, you know. So, which means our consoles will not. The console version of that game won't look like that. It's not that it won't look good. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. It will look good. A 2,000 that costs $2,000. Really? Really? Oh no. No. Oh crap. Knock my drink over. Really? An i7, it costs that much? Let's see here. Let's look it up and we'll screen share it. So now I'm going back to Google. So i7. Oh my God. That damn thing costs $350. Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the 3.7. That is the 3.7. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, damn. And then here's more stuff about it, guys. Let's go to WCC Tech, because let me go ahead and just drive this stake through their skull, okay? We're just going to go ahead and do this right now. This is why you need gameplay. And I'm going to go ahead and share this screen here, because I always use WCC Tech. And this is why we do it, okay? This is how you do it. Do it. Do it. So here we go. Here we go. I think. All right, there it is. I hit share right there. And then let's see here. Okay. So forget about that T-Mobile ad up there. There it is. It's for your own beady little eyes. E3 2018, Cyberpunk 2077, demo ran on GT4 GTX 1080 Ti, Intel i7 87K, and 32 gigabytes of RAM. That is terrible, guys. This is why you need to have gameplay when you're at E3. This is it. Because I don't want to know that this was on a PC. I need to see this on a console. This is dog shit. This is dog shit. I mean, 100%. They set up, oh my God. All right, so all right, let's move on. Oh my God, this is dog shit. So, all right, so Everybody, if you're going to get the game, that's what you need to run the game based on what we saw at E3. You need something called an i7. You need something called a 1080 Ti. And you need a 32 something. And it's ridiculous. I mean, that's terrible. So we'll move on to the Battlefield thing because I love this. Now, I got to keep it a buck with you. I personally love what EA just did here. So I'm going to share my screen. And let's see here. So we'll share our screen because I love talking about the uneducated. Like Donald Trump said, you know, where are the poorly educated? I love the poorly educated. So, oh my goodness gracious. Okay, all right. So now I love this. As you can see, I'm not using a fanboy, fangirl website. This is nothing coming directly from Xbox or coming from Sony or whatever. Nintendo. This is from CNET. And again, they got nothing to do with this whack-ass fake console war that Sony has won, and it has won hands down. We'll get into that here in a minute. So, but I love this. Women in Battlefield 5. EA says accept it or don't buy the game. Says Patrick Soderlund says the people lashing out against women in the new Battlefield trailer are uneducated. I love it. Okay, I love the black people, I love the white people, but I love the poorly educated. I mean, give me a hand in that chat if you're the poorly educated. I love this, man, because here's what I love about this. Here's what I love about it, is that the conversation had been, there's this agenda being pushed down the throats of these, I mean, let's just keep it 100%. It's mostly white males that are complaining about it. Let's just keep it 100 here. Okay, this is the church of the Messiah. So since they feel like EA is pushing, I don't know how, it's a damn video game, you know, but they're pushing some kind of agenda that's anti-male, even though, like somebody I think put on Twitter, I think there were like 150 to 250 games that ever showed at E3, and there were maybe 8 women that were the lead characters. But again, these are simps, or as Carlos said, he called them dirty diaper dudes. Okay, let's just call them the dirty diaper brigade. So, you know, they sit up there and they wet their pants when they don't get their way. So the dirty diaper brigade wets its pants because it can't get its way. We're just gonna roll with that, okay? And so I love this though, but this is what I like about a company. They're just telling you all to go get off my lawn. I love this. Get off my lawn. You're uneducated, and you know, and your pants are wet. Okay, you're sitting up there wetting your pants, and you're uneducated. So you got to leave. You got to go. I love it. I love this. And again, it's not like the Battlefront. It's not like it's not like you're going to play the whole game as a female. You may have 1 or 2 parts of playing as a woman. And this is so good. I love it. Shout out to EA. You all know I'm not a big fan of EA. But again, I'm buying this game. That way I can keep watching these people wet their pants. I mean, and that's all I'm about at this point. I'm about making these clowns, you know, as uncomfortable as I can, no matter where I'm at, when I'm doing something or why I'm doing it. I am going to make these people wet their pants for the rest of their lives. So, you know, but I love this. This is a great article. It's on CNET. And of course, you get a TLC. Oh, hey, check that out. So the TLC, is that 2 different ads? Is that one ad? Check out this ad, guys. You got the World League, Call of Duty. It may be playing on this TV. It may be. I'm not for sure though. But I love this. I mean, I love the fact that EA basically said, get off my lawn. You know, I'm loving every minute of it. You know, this is You know, they recall, yeah, historical accuracy. That he says some of this gets facts wrong. There are people who are uneducated. They don't understand that this is a plausible scenario. And this is what they don't understand. It's a plausible scenario. They're uneducated, okay? That's all I can say. Oh, I love it. But this is it. Get off my lawn. I love this. I mean, this is the way you control narrative. Hey, you don't want it. You don't have to buy it. Get off my lawn. Okay, literally. I mean, because I'm buying this now. I mean, you know what? I went from I probably won't buy it because it's EA to I'm going to probably get it. I am definitely going to buy this game. And I'm going to sit down and watch these people wet their pants for the rest of their lives. I mean, this is going to be hilarious. So, but what do y'all think about that? I mean, again, I don't care that there's a woman on the cover in combat. It's a video game, for crying out loud. Your objective is to do what? Put on your headset and call in the B2 or the B52, whatever you're going to be using. So, I mean, that's all they care about. They just want to come home and play games and call in the B goddamn 2. And let's just go ahead. Matter of fact, let's share a couple pictures of the B2. Let's see exactly what a B2 looks like. So let me see here. B2 bomber. Let's just see what one looks like. All right, images. So we could, because I always say that they want to call in the B2. So let's look at what the B2 actually looks like. Like, you know, and so because calling this thing in gives these guys a hard on for some reason. So, you know, so we'll still do a quick share here of the B2. And man, it's not letting me. Well, there's one. I'm trying to find one in the air. Oh, okay. Here's one. This is a good one. Okay. So, so when these guys play Call of Duty and stuff like that, and they get their one-man army, and then they call in the B2, here's exactly what a B2 looks like. Okay. This is the B2. So, so that's what they're calling in. Look at the bombs, yet they're calling this thing in for close air support. How stupid are these simps? I mean, my God. I mean, they're calling this in. Oh, my God. I mean, now you see what I'm talking about. These are the same people who got on wet diapers and they got to butter their hips to put their skinny jeans on. They are calling this in for close air support. Really? Really? Yet that's realistic. Yet a woman on the cover of a video game, they can't handle it. But how stupid are these people? I mean, my God. And they wonder why people are making fun of them. No, because it's just easy. You know, it's so easy. Like that song back in the day by De La Soul. All right, let me come back into the chat. So all right, off the top here, what do you think of our first two stories? First things first, Cyberpunk running on a PC with something called an i7 8700K and something else called a 1080 Ti. And again, I know for a fact that the Xbox X has a Ryzen CPU, okay, because that's what D-Back said. So that's cool. So, but I don't know. Does the Xbox X have a 1080 Ti in it? So does it still have a 1080 Ti? I mean, so what's up, support gaming? So the B2 will wipe out an entire town. Well, hey, Impatient Fire, according to these simps, they get to call in the B2 for close air support. So the Xbox One has an APU. All right, well, that's fine. But it's an APU, a 1080 Ti. I mean, I just need to know this right now. Chris Jones is being silly. So, so I mean, Yes, they were both made by Boeing. That is true. I give you 100%. You're right on that one. Show demo. Well, I can't show the demo. So it's on PC. My PC can't run that. So I need to know if my Xbox can. So Eric is saying that it does have a 1080 Ti. So all right, I'm very excited about that. So what we saw at E3 is exactly what we're going to have on our Xboxes, and and I assume our PlayStations have the same thing in there too. Is Forza the only exclusive for Xbox the rest of this year? No, because Forza will be on PC, so it's not an exclusive to the Xbox. So, so I mean, what is going on, people? What is happening out there? What is happening? So he's a paid P-Rock. Well, no, I'm not asking about that. I get that. I'm asking, does the Xbox X have a i7 87K and a 1080 Ti in it? Because that's what Cyberpunk was running on. So I just want to make sure I got the Xbox X. I got the world's most powerful console, so I assume every game that we saw was running on an Xbox X, but it wasn't. So is the Xbox X equivalent? And I need somebody with a PC background. Is it equivalent to an i7 and 1080 Ti? Or should we all just agree to wait on gameplay for the Xbox and the PlayStation before we go ham? So I'm the One X has a 1080 Ti. All right, well, that's fine for me. So when it's out. Oh, I don't know about that. I do not know. So a show demo. I can't show the demo, Robin. I mean, So all right, so we do. We have an i7 and a 1080 Ti in the. And, all right, it's fine. I mean, shout out to the chat. I appreciate it. That's why you guys are here, to help keep this thing going and keep it in line. So, oh, now you're saying that it has a Jaguar. So are you sure it doesn't have a Ryzen or this i7 in there? Because, I mean, they showed this game at the Xbox press conference, and, as long as they show the game and not show us what we're actually going to be getting, that's all, let's roll with that now. Craig had insider. Well, I got insider info too. You all know who my inside source is. A shout out to my inside source, Lou Waffle. So he's giving you all some real good stuff. So, Okay, so that is correct. You are right. With the power of the cloud, the Xbox One has the power of 4 1080 Ti's. That's what we're going to roll with on this podcast. So it has the power of 4 1080 Ti's. So, Trey BK, what's happening, brother? So, well, I have stock in AMD as well, but I don't have any information like that. So shout out to him for having it. What'd you miss? Apparently, Cyberpunk 2077, the demo, was played on a PC. So, and what we saw at the Xbox conference was on PC. So, and you have to have something called an i7 8700K and something else called a 1080 Ti in order to run the game at the level that they ran it at E3. So again, I don't. That's fine. I'm pretty sure though that the Xbox has that in there. You know what I'm saying? So because it has to have it in there because they showed it at their press conference. This. But all right, my whole point is I'm being facetious at this point. All right, my whole point is when I say I watch E3 to get gameplay, that's why. Because here we are 2-3 days later after E3, and all we're getting is a bunch of, or 2-3, a week later, and all we're getting is a bunch of shit that was ran on PC, including Anthem. That's why I asked you guys, what did Anthem look at the PlayStation conference? What did it look like? What did it run like? Because I'm assuming they were running Anthem on the PlayStation at that point. So, and that's an assumption, and I don't know because I didn't see it. I did not see it. So, yep. But, I've been assured the big Luwafa. There you go. Yeah, it's been confirmed, Harry. I'm not saying it, and I agree. I agree. But this is why I say we need gameplay. We don't need a bunch of CGI trailers. I mean, look, as hype as everybody got a couple years ago over The Last of Us, CGI trailer at PSX, everybody was jumping up and down. We needed to see gameplay. That finally got married into some gameplay about a year and a half later. So, which is fine because people are like, okay, the CGI trailer looked good, it looked good, but we need gameplay. And now we got some gameplay at E3. The CGI trailer of Shadow of the Tomb Raider looked good. It looked good, okay? But now we got some gameplay to actually see it. The guy was like, the developer was like, we changed the lighting. We changed the way the combat's going to work and the AI. Okay, that's fine to tell us that. That's fine to tell us that, but you need to show us, okay? You can't tell me that you're 5'7" and you're a 36C and me believe you. I got to see it. It's like the Matrix. Could tell you about it, but I got to show it. You got to see it, So God of War, well, I don't know about that. I don't have a PC. Yeah, not yet. They had an Xbox controller. Yeah, and again, you can get an Xbox controller for your PC. I mean, that's 100% right. That's correct. So we know that Cyberpunk, yes, that is. I mean, so just this is why. But all right, this is why the Messiah stands on his ground and his moral authority to declare you need to, my advice to you guys is to always wait for gameplay. Okay? So, all right, remember they showed the Division Part 2. They showed it. They showed us gameplay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, so let's just keep it right there. They show gameplay. What's up, OBJ to Don? What's happening? So they haven't made the Xbox version yet. That's Halo Storm. I'm not complaining, okay? I am saying that they need to. This is why I say wait on gameplay. So that's all I'm saying. So, it doesn't matter if it's CD Projekt Red. It could be CD whatever. It could be CD Projekt Blue. So, what's your favorite Zelda game? It's the one about the time. Was that something of time or like that? So, but I'm sick and tired of waking up and Zelda be disappearing. Where the hell is she going? I mean, somebody got some wangs or something on sales. That's why she keeps disappearing. Where does Zelda keep running off to? It's just like all playing Mario back in the day. You're going into these castles and that girl says, "Hey, thank you for rescuing me, but I'm not the princess that you're looking for," or something like that. You're in the wrong castle. Well, who is kidnapping all these princesses? And why the hell why are people not protecting them? What's going on with this? So, but all right, let's move on. We're going to talk about the fake ass outrage of crossplay, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to explain to you, Oricron of Time. Yeah, I couldn't pronounce that first word. Yeah, and I'm going to explain to you why Sony really isn't doing crossplay. And I'm going to explain to you why Microsoft really needs crossplay. Okay, so here we go. Now, this is coming. Let me get my notes out here. Because I had a sit down with two guys that run small businesses. Okay, they don't do console war stuff at all. So the princess stands in line. So I don't know where she's at. I mean, I don't know why they just keep on missing. So Cyberpunk looks like garbage to you. Well, I mean, we don't know what it looks like because we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it yet. We have to see it. We have to see it actually in physical motion. We have to see the physics. Then let's call it, then if you want to call it trash, call it trash. But at least let's wait. So, well, I'm going to explain this to you on a value system, and then maybe you all can get a true sense of what's really going on. Because I'm going to explain this to you all because you all need to know how bad this is. Okay, so let's just take a basic commodity of money. and let's just say all of you all in here have $10. Okay, you all have $10. It's in the chat right now. And I have $5. Okay, I had to figure out how to either if all you all have $10 and I only have $5, then I'm the odd man out. All right. So imagine that's what Sony and Microsoft are right now. Sony has $10. Okay. Microsoft has $5. So there's an imbalance. Okay, we know that Sony has roughly 80 million consoles, so give or take. Okay, we know Microsoft is about 32 to 34 million, give or take. So there's an imbalance. So Microsoft has to figure out a way to start devaluing their competitor, which in this case is Sony. Okay, so this is and people are like, well, how come Microsoft isn't being cutthroat? Shout out to you, 901. Actually, Microsoft is being extremely cutthroat. They are actually trying to devalue Sony's PlayStation through their executives onto social media and through their fanboys and fangirls, because they had to try to level out the playing field. So Sony knows this. So what Microsoft is doing is they're saying, well, everybody else is doing this and you're not. Okay, but why is Sony? So now let's talk about why Sony's not doing it. Sony is not doing it and is not going to do it with other consoles because Sony would then be taking a step down business-wise. This has nothing to do with the fan base. You are all consumers in the eyes of all these companies. So all of you all are equal and Sony has more of you. They're not going to devalue their system. Now, why do I say devalue? Okay. You all probably don't know the story of Coinstar. And if you don't know the story of Coinstar, they're the ones who own Redbox, the red boxes that you have all around the country. There's a reason why you can't get, for the most part, you can't get brand new movies the day they come out, most of the time, okay? There's a reason why, and I'm going to tell you why. And it's simple. Coinstar had put a hurting on Blockbuster. So stores like Best Buy, Walmart, it didn't matter. Best Buy, Walmart, Target, your favorite big box store, okay? They are seeing movies come out to buy, say on a Tuesday. Let's say a new movie comes out June 19th. But there's a group of people who are like, hey, I'm going to go and rent this at Redbox. Well, that devalues the people who are carrying this thing in bulk that are going to sell it. It's an immediate devalue. Okay. And I know what you're going to say. Well, the people who are going to buy the movie, they're going to go buy the movie anyway. You are correct. But there's another customer out there who's not sure if he or she is going to buy the movie or rent it. And most people, if they're unsure, will either not buy it or they'll rent it. Everybody knows this is knowing, understanding your customer base. So this has nothing to do with the console war. So what Best Buy and Target and Walmart did is they sat down with Coinstar and they said, look, you are hurting our businesses by having these movies come out to rent the same day that we're releasing them to buy physically. Okay. Therefore, we need you all to not rent the movies for at least a week or two so that we can sell. We have more time to sell more copies. Now, does that make sense to you? What's going on, Jay? Does that what I just said to you make sense? Okay. So once Coinstar agreed, they were the new kid on the block. They were like, okay, that's fine. We will hold up. This meeting happened on a Tuesday afternoon. By Thursday morning, Target, Best Buy, and Walmart were running ads against Coinstar saying that you can get it here first. Not at Redbox, not for streaming. You can get it here first. Now that's flipped. You can now get it streaming first. That's because the reason why they decided to do this is because of value. The movies were starting to be devalued because everybody was going to Redbox to rent them and not buy them. Okay, same thing happened with crossplay. Microsoft is a minority holder of consoles right now. They are the minority. They are trying to devalue everything around them. So another business owner told me to tell you all like this. Imagine that you are a Honda car dealership. You sell nothing but Hondas up and down your lot. You can't, brand new Hondas, 2018. 3 blocks down the road, there's a used car dealership. They sell Hondas, they sell Toyotas, they sell Honda, Toyota, Subaru, Ford, you name it, they got it. But they don't have any 2018 Hondas on their lot because you have to go to the Honda lot, the physical Honda lot, to pay for your new Honda, okay? You can't go to the used car lot and get a 2018. So I'm gonna say that again. You have to go to the new Honda, you have to go to the Honda lot to get a brand new 2018 Honda, okay? That's all right. So that's what Sony is. Sony is Honda. Microsoft wants to do what? They want Honda to put their 2018 cars on the used car lot. That's what Microsoft wants. So, I mean, do you all understand it better like that? Now, what does this do? Yes, this gives the consumer a chance to come to the used car lot and buy a 2018 Honda, whatever, Civic, whatever you want to buy, put whatever car, Honda car. But it devalues all the new Hondas on the other lot. Why? Because people will start going to the used lot. And this is a way Microsoft devalues their competitors. They do it all the time. And look, it's not illegal. It's part of doing business. Now, how much? All right, I'll tell you this. I bet you a steak dinner that if Sony does crossplay with Fortnite, Microsoft will release a statement and it would say something to the effect of, we're so happy that Sony has decided to allow crossplay with Fortnite. It's a very popular game. That'll be their first sentence. Their second sentence will say what? They will say something to the effect of, now you don't have to buy a PlayStation to play with your friends on Sony. Now you can have an Xbox. Now you can have a Nintendo Switch. Now you can buy it on PC. They immediately devalue the ownership of the PlayStation. Not only would Microsoft do that, again, because that's what I would do now. People are like, well, how do you know that? Because that's business 101. Devalue your competitor. Excuse me. No, not only that, Microsoft would then come out and say, you know what? Sony has H1Z1. We've got H1Z1 too. Let's just go ahead and cross-play this because everybody wants to play together. And again, they have to figure out a way to devalue what their competitor, in this case it's Sony, what their competitor is doing. Sony understands that and is not going to let anybody devalue them. So they ran around and said, well, Nintendo's doing it. Yes, Nintendo's online apparatus is garbage. It is trash. So Nintendo allowing Microsoft to do things and let them link up online makes sense because, again, Nintendo doesn't have. Microsoft is a have when it comes to online services. Therefore, if you're Nintendo, yeah, we'll let you play over there by logging in until we get our shit together. And then when you do, we're going to pull you back out. That's what Nintendo's going to do. Okay? They're going to pull out. They're going to pull out. So, So, all No, you're right, Andre. Or sorry, Andrew. No, I'm sorry, Andre. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Yeah, but well, you don't want to do that. So Microsoft is very, very cutthroat. Okay, they're trying to do is devalue the need to have a PlayStation. That's it. It is very. Look. Nobody has to put down Microsoft as being mean. They're being this and that. They're not. This is business 101. First thing, I got to devalue my competitor. Okay. So, and they act like, and those guys, what cracks me up about this is that Phil Spencer, Aaron Greenberg, and the rest of those clowns, they act like they know Sony's fan base better than they know their own. So as far as crossplay is concerned, the people in the Xbox community that are bitching about it, why don't you go complain about Fortnite being behind a paywall and it's free on the PlayStation? The last time I looked, it was free on the PlayStation. So these are just some sucker MCs. I mean, these are some front row riding bitches. So get off my lawn with your bullshit. Go complain to Microsoft about Fortnite being a pay for game where it's free. I mean, maybe if they do that, they may talk to each other. So it's just they're trying to use it as a slam card. And guess what? We're now a week after E3 and ain't nobody talking about it. This was the story last week. Remember? This was the story last week. This is a 3-day story. And the reason I'm talking about it is because I wanted to look at it from a critical eye of the way a business person looks at it. And that's why I wrote those notes down. So again, Sony wants you to be like, Sony is like Honda. They want you, or not just Honda, but Apple. You know, you don't hear these dirty diaper bandits running around talking about, hey, look, Apple doesn't, wouldn't it be nice if Apple allowed all the Android apps onto their console or onto their phone? Have you ever asked yourself why Apple doesn't do that? It's because it will devalue them. It's like it makes Android, or Android won't allow that, or vice versa, because they devalue each other. Apple has its own ecosystem that it declares as valuable. If they start allowing their competitor, which is Android, to put stuff on their phone, people are going to say, oh, I don't need an Android phone. I can go get an Apple phone and use the exact same apps I use on Android, and vice versa. It's a way to devalue. And again, every business does this. Okay, Toys R Us came into business. Their direct competitor was Children's Palace. They decided to put Children's Palace out of business. How did they do it? Well, everything at Toys R Us was always 15% cheaper. It didn't matter what it was. If it was the same thing, it was going to be cheaper. It took them about 7 years, but then they put them out of business. Facts. So. So why would you go buy a Big Mac and go eat at Burger King? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've said that before. You can't go to Chick-fil-A and get a Wendy's day. You can't go and get a Dave's hot and juicy sandwich. But again, the reason why it's coming from the executives at Microsoft is because they have to figure out a way to devalue their competitor. Okay, I can see. I mean, if it was coming from anybody else but their executive, I mean, it's like they're putting this shit out on Front Street. So they're trying to devalue their competitors. That's what you do. You water down your competition. It's business 101. So when I hear people say Microsoft isn't cutthroat, you're a damn liar. They are very cutthroat. Hey, they're trying to publicly shame a company into devaluing its own product by trying to hide behind the fact that they care about the fans. Really? Well, if you cared about the fans, where are your exclusive games? Okay? Where is that at? Okay? Because PC got more exclusive games announced at E3 than Xbox did. That's a fact. So, Big Mac and then eat at Burger King. Yeah, there you go. So hopefully this deads this entire issue. So now there's a front street here in my city. So yeah, it's an unfortunate reality. I gotta get the likes up, by the way. There's like 38, 48 people here. There's only 19 likes. Get the likes up. So but ultimately that's man, is that pretty much all I had? Yeah, that was pretty much all I had. So hopefully you all understand why Sony's not going to do it. All right, because it devalues their console, and that's how it devalues it, okay? It's the equivalent of putting a bunch of 2018 cars on a used car lot and selling them at a reduced price and then keeping them on the same lot. Now they're simps. They don't understand that. They don't look at it like that. Because they're running around saying, well, I shouldn't have to go buy a PlayStation in order to play with my friends on Xbox. Well, one, you shouldn't buy the PlayStation because of the games that are on the PlayStation, and buy your Xbox because of the games on the Xbox. But to think they're going to devalue, and again, it adds more value to Microsoft, again, because if Microsoft will come out and they'll say, oh, well, yeah, we have crossplay with Sony, so you don't have to buy a PlayStation to play game A with your PlayStation friends. You can now game on your Xbox. That's what they'll do, and it adds value to them. And again, Sony wants to put these cats out of business. They are not playing around with them, especially with that next console killing device they're coming out with. So, it's a way to devalue your competitor. It happens. It's not that, and I don't want to hear people saying, Microsoft is evil, Microsoft is bad for doing this. No, companies do this every day. They do it every day. So, the reason why Microsoft came out with a search engine called Bing was to start to devalue Google, because everybody was using Google for their searches. So Microsoft tried to devalue or at least slow them down, and it slowed Google down. Okay, it did slow Google down because Bing is actually I think it's the second most used search engine. I'm not for sure. So, it's not personal, it's business, and everybody does this. Everybody does this. So the price cut. Well, it's only cut for today. It's going to go back up tomorrow. My understanding is that SKU very well may go back up tomorrow. So look, if you don't have an Xbox X now and you got $450, go ahead and buy one. Go ahead and save yourself $50. And they throw in $1 Game Pass, $1 for Xbox Live, I think, or Go, whatever it's called. So it's not like they don't have good deals on that console. But what they don't have is a lot of games that you can play exclusively. Yeah, they got games that can play. Yeah, people may think multi-plat games are the best or whatever, but godly, your multi-plat games look and run better on PC. Okay, if you don't believe me, I give you what is it? What do they say in court? I give you defense number one. Here's Cyberpunk. Here it is running on an i7 8700, whatever that thing is. And here you are running this on an Xbox X. It's going to probably look like dog shit compared to that PC. So, I'm not here to say it won't look good either. It probably will look fantastic, but CD Projekt Red, and that's just the reality. So, yeah, well, Spider-Man will be here in 10 weeks, 9 weeks? So, what would Sony gain from this X-Play thing? And please don't say engagement costs. Well, that's the thing, Andre 6K. They don't gain anything. They don't. Okay, they know that their fan base doesn't want it. Or it's just, again, I can see if a lot of Sony people were emailing Sony saying, I'm a huge PlayStation fan and you need to give me crossplay. But again, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. It's not even coming from the Nintendo people. It's not. It's coming from the Xbox community. And again, they're taking their marching orders from Phil Spencer and the rest of those guys. So, Yeah, that's what everybody says. Scarlet, I'll just build a PC. So and name it Scarlet, like Johansson. So oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So this it is what it is. So yeah, there is no point for them to do it. So now, would I like to see maybe Sony if they had a Fortnite contest, like an esports. So let's just say there's an esports, and they say, hey, we're going to have a Fortnite contest, and we want Sony to be in it, and we need the best Sony Fortnite team, whatever, to show up wherever, Seattle, Washington, to play in the tournament for esport. If that happens, and then Sony sends a team goes out there, they very well may activate crossplay for the esport tournament. Okay, which makes sense because it's an esport tournament. So, but overall, it is what it is. But let's see here. Any more questions, comments, or anything? Been here about an hour. And still haven't bashed Xbox yet. How about that? Haven't said one negative thing about it. So Corey got that PC. Now, Corey, what about that? Do you have that i7 yet? i7 8700K? Because that's what Cyberpunk was running on. So yeah, I agree, Corey. The Xbox X is a failed console. Well, like King Blood Gaming said today, they pretty much came out there and said, wait till next generation. So, that's what they said. I mean, that's pretty much what I read between the lines. I agree with what he said. So, who has the better game? Who has the better gamers as far as a tournament? Well, I mean, there's an esport tournament to determine who got the better gamers. So, and so again, they do it. They did it with FIFA. I believe they had the Xbox guys playing against the PlayStation guys. So I think it was overseas. I don't know if it was Italy or France. I don't know. I'm not sure where it was. So shout out to the 40 people watching. Appreciate you all being here. So also, like I said, shout out to the 4 new acolytes. So. Well, support gaming. I don't care about Project Scarlet. I am not buying it. The Xbox X is my last Xbox console. So it is my last Xbox console. You're still using your i7 7600. Oh, well, then apparently you can't play Cyberpunk, apparently, because those, it has an i7, but it was like an 8700K and something called a 1080 Ti, and it has something called Rip Jaws, and that is crazy. It sounded expensive. So, well, I do not think consoles are becoming more like PCs. Yeah, I can tell you. And a motherboard too, some kind of crazy motherboard Z370. It was crazy. So. What's going on, 809? Oh, I was kind of winding it down here. I'm into the Q&A now. So, into the Q&A. All right, who's going to go see Jurassic Park on Friday? Oh, I have to call that number back. Okay. So. Microsoft shouldn't go so much with Marvel, with Scorpio, but go more DC. They can go wherever they want. I mean, it's not that big a deal. They got 10 studios now. So again, I don't. I mean, with Project Scarlet, congratulations. They're making a new console. I did say about a week and a half ago, I didn't believe that they were going to make another console. I was wrong about that. So let me go ahead and get that out right now. But shout out to everybody that's buying the new console. I mean, it won't be me, so I'll cover it, but I'm not going to buy one. So, I mean, I will be on PC by then. Sick with streaming what? PS Now? Okay. Yeah, wait to E3. Yeah, I mean, well, they've been proven wrong. So, like Ash and Lucas said last night, I just, they kept pushing it down. Yeah, and now they're throwing the Xbox X underneath the bus. So yeah. And again, once my PC's done, I'll be playing 1440p, 60 or 1080p, 80 FPS. I mean, so I'll be fine. So yeah, I don't have PS now. So, but I did see it had some good games at Fallout 3, and I'd much rather play Fallout 3 than Fallout 4. Man, Fallout 4 is just not a good game. So boycott Ninja Theory. Why boycott Ninja Theory? So that's what Halo Infinite is coming to PC. Is that being confirmed yet? Okay, that's fine, but let's get some confirmation on that. Yeah, why do we need to boycott Chris Young? Chris Young. Why do we need to boycott Ninja Theory? So, yeah, they're throwing the Xbox X under the bus because they announced a new console. So, now they didn't say when it was coming out. They did not say that. So yeah. Okay, I've got the Division on the Xbox. Who wants to play the Division? I gotta figure out a reason why to keep my Xbox on. So, what's up, Wolfie? Yeah, Fallout 3 was a beast. Yeah, I did not see that demoing. No, I did not see Dream. So, but again, I have to go back and watch a lot of that deep dive stuff that Sony did. You sold your Xbox. How much did you get for it? Obvious reasons they're with Microsoft now. Oh, well, big deal. It's not that big a deal. So you don't play Xbox on your side of town? Good grief. Dream's looking amazing. Okay. There's a community game dev kit. All right. Well, that's cool. Rip Fallout. I mean, again, Fallout 4 just wasn't as good as Fallout 3. For me, it wasn't. But I thought Fallout 3, again, is one of the best games made. So, but again, yeah, anybody want to play the Division online? I mean, we play it online, whatever you want to call it. It's cool. So, 150 at GameStop. Are you serious? That's terrible. 150? Wow. Try to sell your Xbox and you don't even own one? That's pretty silly. So Halo is going to PC. All right, well, I mean, it's kind of par for the course. So, but yeah, any other questions, comments, anything? So, no. So, well, guys, all right then. I'm going to bounce on up out of here. I don't know what happened to my stream. So, but all right then. What's my game of E3? I didn't see all of them. I gave E3 an overall 8 out of 10, though. I thought it was good. My video playback's been interrupted. So $150, that's bad. I don't care what it is. Watch the Dreams demo. Okay, I will. Yeah, I mean, I don't complain about gaming. I got 2 consoles, very capable. So this one is superior to the other one, and the PlayStation is superior to the Xbox. I mean, it's again, Sony's been doing this a lot longer than Microsoft has. It's not that big a deal. So, all right then, guys, I'm going to get on up out of here. I do appreciate you all stopping by and hanging out with me for an hour. I'm going to head over to the pool. So you all take it easy, and God bless you all. So, and again, shout out to the 4 new subs. I appreciate you all being here. So, yeah. Halo crossplay cheaters good for Microsoft, bad for gamers. Yeah, again, they're not anti-consumer. But all right then, guys. Yeah, give me a thumbs up down there. It's easy to do. Just hit that little thing down there. Yeah, so peace out there, everybody. Certainly hope everybody has a good day. So, yeah, so it's a return to form. I agree. And again, I am Situated Spoon 26 on Xbox Live. Anybody wants to throw down on some the Division or something like that. So, all right then, you all take it easy, stay blessed, and keep it gaming and stay cool because boy, it's hot outside. Peace.